Do you hear that? The silence? It's deafening, isn't it? Yet it's all I've known for so long. Years of enduring, of watching, of biting my tongue while the world tore me apart. I was taught that silence was strength, that holding back, swallowing my pain, was noble, that someday patience and restraint would be rewarded. But do you know what I discovered? Silence is a cage, a shroud that lets others write your story while you disappear into nothingness. I stayed silent because I believed it made me better. I let them mock me, dismiss me, walk over me, because I thought justice would prevail, that the scales of the universe would tip in my favor. But the universe doesn't care about justice. The scales are rigged, and the ones holding the weights are the loudest, the cruelest, the most ruthless. For years I lived in their shadow, enduring their lies, their cruelty, their indifference. Do you know what it feels like to scream inside your own mind, knowing no one will ever hear you? It feels like drowning while everyone around you breathes freely. But then something changed. One day I realized the silence wasn't protecting me. It was killing me. Slowly, piece by piece, it was consuming everything I was. That's when I made my choice. I wouldn't be silent anymore. I wouldn't wait for justice, for fairness, for someone to save me. I became my own voice, my own savior, my own reckoning. And when I spoke, they listened. Oh, how they listened. Funny, isn't it? The same people who ignored me for years now hang on my every word. But it's not because they care. No, it's because they're afraid. They called me weak because I stayed silent. They called me invisible because I didn't fight back. But silence isn't weakness, it's patience. And patience, it's the weapon they never saw coming. You see, I waited, I watched, I learned. Every insult, every betrayal, every act of cruelty, they taught me more about power than your so-called heroes ever could. When I finally spoke, it wasn't with words. Words are fleeting, easily dismissed. No, I spoke with action, with power, with the kind of resolve that doesn't crumble under fear or doubt. They'll call me a monster for what I've done, for the things I'll do. But tell me, when did silence ever bring change? When did enduring ever bring peace? The world doesn't need more martyrs. It needs leaders willing to destroy what's broken and build something stronger. To everyone who's ever been silenced, who's ever been told to endure, to obey, listen to me. You don't have to accept their lies. You don't have to stay in their shadow. The world doesn't change because of hope. It changes because of power. I was silent for too long, but not anymore, and neither will you. They thought they could silence me forever, that they could bury me in the shadows and forget I ever existed. But shadows don't stay buried. They rise, and when they do, they consume everything in their path. Now I am the voice they can't ignore, the force they can't stop, the shadow they fear most. To the ones who silence me, hear this. I am silent no more, and I will never be silenced again.